Today we're going in depth on the main man himself, Dima. He's one of the more known and used characters in Rogue Company, and almost any match or game mode you go into, you're at least going to have one, whether that's on your team, on the enemy team, or both. So with that being said, I'm sure there's plenty of people that either want to get better with him, or learn to use him, or just get a better understanding of him, and that's when I say stick around for this video. I go pretty in-depth on Dima, what he has, what he can do, and just everything you're going to need to know. If you enjoy Rogue Company content, consider subscribing as I post daily. If you need a channel that has Rogue tips, guides, and news, I'm your guy. Also, if you're looking to join a giveaway, be sure to check the description for all the information about that. Now, let's officially get into this Dima guide. In my opinion, Dima is a get a quick kill each round and turn the odds in your favorite character on offense, and defensively he can control points with his grenade launcher. That's just how I see him. But I have to break to news to you, some of you guys, his launcher is really only get a free kill against low skilled players type of deal. While it can be useful, I wouldn't go out there looking for kills with it, and if you stick around for the end of the video, I'll explain this fully, because right now, I know that sounds crazy, but trust me, I get into it. I'm going to go over his weapons first and all that stuff, and once again get in the other stuff, his ability, all that later on. He possesses the Executioner pistol, which is the Desert Eagle of Rogue Company. The headshots for this weapon, are 48 to 32 damage per headshot and 32 to 21 per body shot. The fire rate is 267 rounds per minute, and that's just for you nerds. In other words, basically it's slow. The fire rate is not the best. It also translates to its time to kill with it also being slow, but it is one of the greater long range weapons, or pistols should I say, and once again dare I say, can even be useful in later rounds, even with you having your primary. Use this, get good with it, and you'll do just fine. Now while I do have some stats, I'll briefly go over the Tomahawk in general terms before I get into that. I don't recommend using it. In this game, with people having firearms and automatic rifles, if you end up missing your one shot with this throwing axe, you can kiss your life goodbye because you're most likely going to get shredded. It can be justified with Dima having a lackluster close range kit, but still I would either pass or at least wait until later rounds when you have that extra money. In my opinion, there's just so much better things to buy and upgrade. But it does have a 40 damage per hit when used as a melee, and when thrown it does 100 damage, which is in down, automatic down. So it is good, I won't lie, but you have to hit that one shot. Now we're going to move over to his primary weapons, and first we have the KA-30 assault rifle, and it's seen as the standard AR for Rogue Company and is actually based off of the AK-47. It does 29 to 19 for headshots and 19 to 13 damage for body shots. Its rate of fire is 491 rounds per minute, which is on the slower side, but it isn't usable. I'm not saying it's bad, but it is a little bit below average. The headshot time to kill with this weapon is amazing though, while the body shot time to kill is almost painfully average, so it's in the middle. So using this, you want to aim for the head more times than not. This is a more consistent weapon and just all around more used. You're going to see Dima's mainly running this weapon. Next we have the Mamba, and it's one of the more high risk, high reward weapons. It is a burst assault rifle that does a damage of 23 to 18 per headshot and 15 to 12 per body shot. These aren't impressive, but he does have a 2 burst headshot kill, and that's at an enemy with full health, which isn't bad, but it isn't amazing. But once again, if it was a 1 burst to the headshot, it'd be too OP. but on the upside, it does have a massive fire rate of 1,800 rounds per minute. And fun fact, this is so fast that while your bullets are hitting the enemy, you're still hearing the sound of you shooting. Like, that's just crazy. There is a 280 millisecond burst delay, which is a long time, so you want to hit those shots. The weapon's strengths are, when you're in situations where you need to peek or trade fire, this is the weapon you use. It has that high initial burst damage, and it's going to do great in these situations. Now we're going to kind of rewind and go back over that grenade launcher I was talking about, and I'm going to dumb it down. It's a sticky cluster grenade launcher. There's not much to it, but it also splits into 3 separate smaller grenades when it blows up. The cluster radius of each small grenade after it bursts apart is 3 meters, and each does 90 damage, so that is a total of 270 damage. That's enough to, if it hits enough people, that's 2 downs and almost 1 dead character, guys. That's a lot. This can be shot super far, as well as very accurate, and if you use that guideline of exactly, you know, it'll show you exactly where that grenade is gonna arc. It's gonna show where it's gonna land at, so you want to use that effectively. Going back to what I said, you're not gonna want to use this for kills. You're gonna want to use this on points, push people off of points, push people out of corners, so like they roll away, and you know you're already aiming down sights, you're ready to kill them. While you can pick off kills for this, in my opinion, strategically, you're not gonna want to use it in that way. And sorry for this controller disconnection right here. While I'd love to talk about pro strats, but you know, this gameplay shows that I'm the furthest thing from a pro, I can give you guys some statistics and just a general kind of rundown of them. But when it comes to pro strats, I'm not that guy. I can give you guys some tips though. So when you're going for upgrading, you're going to want to do the primary and perks. Gadgets are useful and a viable choice, so I would say go for those. But the first 2 points should be, you know, your go-to every single time. That's what you want to dish your money into. And for the weapons in non-respawn modes like demolition and extraction, the Mamba excels. And the K30 is mainly useful in a game like Strikeout. So, with that all being done and out of the way, if you enjoyed today's video and found it useful, I'd appreciate a subscribe. I'd really love if you guys, you know, joined my channel, maybe even a like if you're feeling generous. And I appreciate you checking out my guide out of all the others. I hope it helped, and I will hopefully also see you in the next video.